This time I'm going to call this meeting to order, and the time being 12:01. Welcome everybody to today's meeting, today being a special meeting of the City Commission of Rio Grande City, Texas, today being Tuesday, November 19th of 2024. At this time, I'm going to ask that everybody please join us in the invocation. Mr. Olivares, would you lead us?
Yes, thank you. Dear Lord, we thank you for allowing us to gather here today. We ask you to bless every mind and heart that feels the presence of this room. We ask for a special blessing upon our community, upon our employees. We ask for a special blessing on this commission, a special blessing of unity, that we can always do what is in the best interest of our city. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
Amen. And at this time, I would like to invite everybody in our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now to our Texas flag, please.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you so much. This time I'm going to call roll. Commissioner Ben de Leon is absent. Commissioner Ediel Barrera.
Present.
Mayor present. Commissioner Olivares.
Here.
Present. Commissioner Eudolio Barrera.
Here.
At this time I'm going to find that we do have a quorum and we can proceed forward with today's meeting. Before we begin our meeting, I want to say a few words that are going to be addressed to you and to the public. These are some words that I prepared specifically on my own behalf and on behalf of the Commission. And first of all, I want to say thank you all for being here. Thank you for everybody that's joining us through our Facebook Live. And over the past few months, I sincerely have had the opportunity to reflect on this journey as mayor and the journey that this commission has embarked on. And I can truthfully say that I am moved and I am humbled by the trust that you, the citizens, the people of Rio Grande City have placed in me. I do not take this position lightly, nor the responsibility that it carries with it. Your belief in our vision and our leadership has been truly inspiring to us, and I promise that I will carry that trust with unwavering commitment. Great things are coming to Rio Grande City, and I am proud to say that today I think marks the history of Rio Grande City, especially because what we're about to canvass, which is the election of the term limits. I am very proud of that. I'm very proud of what this commission has done. And I wanted to take this particular time, this moment, to take each and every one of you, on behalf of myself and on behalf of this commission, for believing in us, for trusting me personally with the privilege to serve you as your mayor. It is a responsibility that I can promise you I will honor each and every day from here on forward. Thank you so much. With that, we're ready to proceed with our meeting. And at this time, is there anybody signed up for a public forum?
Yes, Ms. Maria Flores.
Ms. Flores, I would like to invite you to our podium.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, members of the City Council. So my name is Maria Flores, and I'm honored to be here today to present a proposal that aims to address the rapid growth of our community and ensure that we are moving toward a sustainable and prosperous future for both current and future generations. As we all know, our city has been growing at a fast pace, and based on current observations and future projections, it is expected that our population will continue to increase significantly over the next 5 years. While this growth is exciting, it also presents challenges that require proactive solutions to protect the environment, preserve our resources, and enhance the quality of life for all residents. Today I'm here to propose the creation of a new committee, the Rio Eco Vision Committee. This committee will be dedicated to promoting ecological initiatives and sustainability at all aspects of urban development. We aim to focus on environmental preservation while fostering community engagement, innovation, and forward-thinking policies that will shape the future of our city. The objectives of the Rio Ecovision Committee include, but are not limited to, sustainable planning and development, energy efficiency and waste reduction, promote green space and biodiversity, education and community awareness, as well as renewable energy projects. The establishment of this committee will enable us to take tangible steps toward building the city that is not only efficient and well-planned, but also ecologically responsible. In 5 years, we expect our city to have significant progress in terms of reducing emissions, creating green infrastructure, and implementing sustainable practices that will set a positive example for other communities to follow. With the formation of the Rio Ecovision Committee, we will be taking the first important step toward ensuring that our city grows in harmony with nature, leaving a legacy of sustainability, innovation, and responsibility for future generations. Together, we can create a vibrant community that is both environmental conscious and forward-thinking. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you. So let me ask you just to clarify as to what's being proposed here. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that what you're proposing to this commission as a committee that's
Correct.
going to be focused on the environment and obviously focusing on Rio Grande City.
Yes,
right?
correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
And when you propose this committee, do you have a number of members that you would like to propose?
Well, this is just a basic proposal. We would need further research and planification, but it's just to initiate something that, will benefit the city, and then we can further talk about some established plan per se. But you should have a detailed breakdown of more or less the committee, how it would, the structure and stuff. But I'm open to, further research and doing a presentation or whatever is needed to speak about it, or, go into detail.
Okay, well, I think that it's a very good proposition that you're making to the commission. If you have a particular plan, if you have some more details about the committee that you think would be proper for this endeavor, please direct it to the city secretary.
Okay.
Whenever you can, so that we can continue getting more information.
Yes.
And possibly, maybe we can propose or include this in our agenda for the next meeting.
Okay.
But if this is something that's going to address the community, it's going to be for the benefit of the community, especially with recycling programs, education for young kids, and some other things that you may as well propose. I don't see why we would be opposed to a committee like this. But any further details, I ask that you please bring them to our secretary, and that way we can start planning what this committee is going to entail.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Any
Thank
other
you.
questions?
Yes, I do have some questions, Ms. Mayela. First of all, congratulations and thank you so much for thinking
Thank you.
beyond your Call of Duty. This thinking is exactly what this commission is here for. We just want the best for our community, and this proposal is exactly what we stand for. We just want to protect, preserve, and have a better community for the upcoming years. Like you mentioned, we're going to be growing at a fastest pace. So thank you so much for thinking of this. And I have a question that includes our legal department. Ms. Garcia, I know you have worked with bigger cities in the past. Do you know if they have these kind of committees, or is it something that the city gets in one of their own departments? Because for me, this is like a huge department. I don't know if just by having a committee will be enough, or have you seen it in other cities that you have worked with?
I've seen it in other cities. This would be the first for Rio Grande City, and it would start with probably establishing bylaws that would come back to council that we can pass and edit, and then just following the mission. But it would be case of first impression here in Rio Grande City.
Wow.
And I think that
This opens the door.
yeah, I think that this is a good start. Obviously,
There's much work.
this is something that's new. It has not been budgeted. for any expense, so I think that if we're gonna start it this year, we would need a lot of volunteers, some fundraising.
Yeah, it's in the details, I think you guys have it, and it gives us examples of what planification we can do like throughout the year and how we can like gain some funds from not just the city to start it off.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much for your time.
Did you model this presentation, or is it just something that you came up with on your own? Or did you use like a model of another city or
No,
another
well,
group?
it was a vision. It was like something that because I had seen Adiel do the videos, and then it just came to me, I see the city growing so much, and it's like
Yes.
we have to do something proactively, because if not, we can lose touch of our roots. And the air that we breathe, it's essential for humans. I'm a nurse, so everything starts with what you eat, the water you drink, and the air that you breathe. So I just had to do something, so I reached out, and I was given this chance. So I was like, I'm gonna go for it.
Well, we thank you, and like has been said, we thank you for your initiative and for your vision.
Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you
you,
for your
ma'am.
time.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
If I may add, Keep America Beautiful is a national nonprofit that does give grants to initiatives like the one you're proposing.
Thank you. To be considered. Anybody else sign out for a public forum?
No, sir, it was only.
Well, we're gonna move forward with item number 2A. And this is the discussion and possible action to canvass the election and approve resolution 2024-34, certifying the results of the November 5th, 2024 City of Rio Grande City Charter election.
This time, Mayor, I move motion to approve the canvassing election as presented on the agenda on item 2A.
Does anybody second the motion?
I second the motion.
Okay, and do you have the results, Mr. Moreno?
Yes, Mayor, good afternoon. For Proposition A, which states, part of it, no individual might serve more than 8 years, provided, however, a person who has served a partial term of 2 years or less might serve no more than 10 years. This amendment shall apply retroactively to include any term of office commenced prior to and as a result of the May 2024 election, hereby counting all such terms towards total allowable service period under term limits. Total votes casted for yes, 1,186. Total votes for no, 197 votes. Proposition B, amended to provide to the extent permitted by law, city elections shall be administered by a third-party administrator rather than by the city secretary. Total votes for yes, 1,105. Total votes for no, 267 votes.
Thank you. Those are the official results.
Correct.
Okay, and just to clarify to the public what these two propositions stand for. Proposition A stands for the proposition that the charter be amended so that essentially no single individual can serve in the commission for more than 8 years, that being 2 terms of 4 years, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And the other proposition, which is proposition B, it indicates that city elections shall be ran by an independent third party, right?
Yes.
And I think that the idea behind that is that employees don't get involved in elections so that they don't feel that they're going to be compromised, they don't feel pressure, they don't feel that the pressures of an election is going to come back to them. This is going to alleviate that, and it's going to allow a fair shot for any individual that wishes to be a member of the commission, somebody that wishes to run. He's going to know for a fact that none from the inside of the city is going to be able to have any influence over the election. It's going to be a fair shot for everybody, and it's going to be completely independent. So we're very proud of that, of these two propositions. With that in mind, does anybody have any further comments?
I just want to say thank you to the whole community of Rio Grande City for making history with us, and this is just for you all, for the future generations, so that everybody can have a fair shot, just like the mayor just mentioned. So thank you so much.
And just to finalize this discussion, I want for the public to know that this is these two propositions are applicable to this particular commission, to us, to the new-elected commissioners. So essentially, we are imposing ourselves the term limits. We know how important they are. We know that the city, as it was mentioned, is rapidly changing. And I think that having a motivated commission, motivated mayor with perhaps some new ideas is a good thing for the city. Having the same over and over, we don't think that's beneficial for the community. And we're very proud and thankful to everybody that participated in this endeavor. Anyone else wish to say anything? Having no further discussion at this time, the item is up for consideration and vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I believe that there is 3 votes. Mr. Barrera, myself, Commissioner Barrera.
I'm abstaining, and I fully recognize the results, the overwhelming majority, but I'm choosing to abstain.
Okay. Motion carries for the record. Thank you, sir. We are going to item number 3, resolutions. A, discussion and possible action to amend resolution number 2024-7A, a resolution authorizing the city manager to apply for and accept a grant from the Border Zone and Fire Department RGC grant number 5097801 to be operated for fiscal year 2025.
Yes, good afternoon, Mayor and Commission. As mentioned in our last city meeting, we were awarded the Border Zone grant. We need to make an update to the resolution to now include our city manager, Mr. Milan, as the authorized official for this grant.
Anything else entails this item, ma'am?
No, that'll be the only change that requires a resolution.
I move that we approve item 3A as presented.
Anybody second?
I second the motion.
Motion has been second. Any discussion, questions the commission might have? Having no further discussion, the item is up for a vote. All of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. We move forward to item number 4, contracts and agreements. A, discussion and possible action regarding the approval of expenditures and contracts valued less than $50,000 to more than $5,000 that comply with or are exempt from section 252.0215 of the local government code.
We have a couple of departments, Mayor, presenting. Mr. Flores.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Commission. I do have a couple items on there, but you have any questions regarding the items, or if you want to go one by one or anything?
Okay, so take us to the items that you're presenting.
All right, the items are presented. I'm going to start off with Grande Garbage. This is for slush pickup at the sewer plant, the wastewater plant. It's from July, so we were reviewing everything, so it's a little bit behind on the invoice, but it's the pickup they do on a monthly basis.
Okay.
So that's that one, sir. And the next one is for Aqua Works. This is for the new initiative we're doing on the meters. We purchased 8 meters with materials and everything, and we swapped them out and everything. So that's the amount for Aqua Works.
This is for residential or commercial?
Commercial, sir. The residential is coming for the pilot program. That's coming as well.
Okay.
So this is currently for residential, for commercial.
How many commercials did you order, sir?
So far, I have there's 8 here, sir, and I think I have 2 more coming in, so that we just installed. We're currently working on one today, and we have another one coming up, sir.
And how many have we installed?
I want to count one for today, 9 today, sir.
9 today?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're starting to see the results, gentlemen. We are already, we're seeing them. I think you guys got a little bit of update on that also, but we're moving forward with it.
I think we should get a official report from you on the next meeting, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just to give us the update and the findings you were able to get from this new initiative of having those great water meters that you're installing right now as a pilot program. So if you don't mind, we would love to hear the results on those, because it was a huge problem for this city, the water loss, right?
Definitely, sir, yes.
Just to clarify.
And you know what, it actually, next month will be almost about a month with it, a little over a month, so I can give a brief update on how they're doing as well.
You know, let me ask you something, Mr. Flores, and for all of those members that are watching us that they don't know, when we start talking about water loss, What do we talk about?
We're talking with at the end of the year, we have to provide documentation, how much the city is losing in water. And it can be accumulation of meters. In this case, ours is really focused, a lot of it is on the meters. And we currently have an audit going on with HAP engineers that's going to provide us an overall picture exactly. Or when we have major leaks, when we do backwash at the water plant, it's cumulative and everything.
Yeah.
But what we're seeing already with the engineers, having monthly meetings with them regarding the water audits, the majority is going to be on our meters.
Yeah.
I would say over 50%. That's the last time they mentioned to us.
And let me just clarify something when we're talking about water loss, because I think that all the water that is being taken out of the river
Yes.
has to be accounted for.
That is correct, sir. And not only that, sir, the city also with chemicals and all, we invest in that water to make sure we're able to provide services to the community.
And just
So-
to give an example to the community, what was going on, correct me if I'm wrong, is that, and I'm not just gonna put a number out
Right.
there, okay? Like, for example, if we were pumping 1 million gallons of
Yes.
water, we were only able to account for 60% of that.
I would say yes, sir. Yes.
That being the case that 40% of the water that was being taken from the river was lost somewhere.
That's correct, yes.
And it could have been that it was, well, it could have been, and this is through speculation,
Right.
it could have been that it was being taken illegally, right, by somebody. It could have been that we had some major leaks.
Right.
Or it could have been an accountability problem, meaning that we were not getting actual numbers.
Right, correct, sir. Yes.
And I think that when you're talking about the meters, we're going back, checking the biggest accounts, and replacing the water meters.
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
And now you have told us that you have replaced 8,
Yes.
today being 9.
Being 9 today, yes.
Of the biggest commercial accounts that we have.
Yes.
Right? And what have been the results that you have seen?
It's been actually a positive results on the reading, precise reading. Even when I meet with Mr. Cantu on the finance, the numbers that are coming in, it's a plus. It's a major improvement. Obviously, more money, more dollars, and which we need back to invest back in our chemicals and everything. So it's been an overall, it's a plus, sir, definitely.
From your estimations as of today, how much water have we been able to account for more out of that 40%?
I'm just gonna broad off at least I would say by 5 to 10, about 10% or so, sir. Right, just with those. I mean, I'm sorry, do you?
Just the three accounts, three of the major accounts, the commercial accounts that we replaced, it was 10% of the water loss.
Wow. Okay, so just on 3 accounts, we've been able to account for a 10% of the water loss that we have had at the city.
From the 40. So
Right.
right now, we're basically at 30% just with 3 big meters.
That's correct.
Oh, wow.
Like Mr. Flores said, we replaced 8, but we still don't have the data on the other 5, so.
One more question, Mr. Eric.
Yes, sir.
Just for the record, it's 40%, correct?
That's what we-
40% water loss. What is the threshold to say, you know, what are the red flags? Is it 10%, 11%, where the directors and the commission starts to say,
Ideally, a good percentage for a city in general, the threshold we could say, we want to be within 10 or 15 will be, I mean, obviously below 10 will be excellent.
okay, so it's below 10? Just
Yes,
for the
excellent will
record?
be below 10, yes.
Okay,
But
just-
ideally, an average, sir, will be 10 or 15, 18% will be,
Okay.
I mean, obviously, it will be a major improvement where we're at right now, and that's our goal. We want to start cutting it down.
And how long have we been at a 40%? Do you know more or less?
I don't, well, if I go back 4 years on the water loss, we've been about 35, 40% the last 3 or
Okay.
4 years or so, based on what I have
Okay,
available to see.
thank you, sir.
So for the last 4 years, you've been able to notice that we've been at a loss of 35 to 40% for the last 4 years?
Yes, based on the report, sir, yes.
So based on those numbers, in my opinion, I could say that we had a huge crisis that was being neglected by whoever was responsible, right? 40%, okay. Well, thank you so much for this effort. In 1 month, just like you said, look what all the findings, thanks to Mr. Milan and your hard work with these 2 individuals and whoever is also working with you. Thank you so much, and look what you have accomplished just with 3 big accounts. 10%
It's been a lot of
recovery.
collaboration, guys.
So
I mean, really, everything.
hopefully we can be below the average. You said between 12 to 15%.
That'll be
So
ideal.
That would be ideal. Imagine if you could put it in 5%. I mean, everything's possible.
Everything's possible, that's correct, sir.
And I know you're hard workers, and I know you will find a solution, and thank you so much. And these will bring a lot of revenue to the city, to the water department, especially because we can provide a better service and have more equipment to avoid any complications in the future. You know, when we have a water problem, that everybody gets, you know, it's chaos. So,
Yes.
I mean, thank you so much, and keep up the good work, and let's see the good results in the next meeting. And thank you, Mayor, for putting it into very simple words.
And clarifying.
Clarifying, because the community needs to know what you're doing, what Mr. Milan is doing, and what this commission stands for, which is the prosperity of this community. Thank you.
Just
Thank you, guys.
one last question, just so that we can put it into perspective, Mr. Cantu. You said that at least in 3 accounts, we've been able to recover 10% of the water loss, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Do you have a dollar amount approximately of how much money we've lost in that 10% in the last 4 years, approximately?
In those 3 accounts over the last 4 years, we lost approximately $1 million.
Okay, just in 3 accounts, the city has lost about $1 million.
$1 million, that's correct.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I have a couple more.
Yeah.
No, I just want to make sure.
We got a little bit sidetracked.
No, that's okay. No, it's a lot of information, and we need to have that information, share it, everything. The next one, Mayor and the Commission, it's on it's chemical, chlorine for 7,000. Again, that's part of what we use to, for our water, right? And we have also another chemtrate, which is for 7,700, another product that we use. And we have also, this is the yearly annual fee for TCQ, is to 15,444. That's yearly, so once a year, we're good. And that's pretty much mine.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, appreciate it. Good job.
Yep. We also have Mr. Lopez.
It went off. Oh, okay, you're still recording?
Good afternoon, Mayor and Commission.
Good afternoon.
I have 2 items for your consideration. First one is, these items have to do with replacing some outdated IT equipment. So we have here a list of 27 access switches. The switches are the devices that connect all the phones, the computers, the access points for the Wi-Fi. So this is a list that was sent to get the quotes. So these are the first quotes I got. Obviously, I didn't like those numbers. So I did my research, I did my due diligence, and I found some alternative devices that would work for us. Second quote was this one. 57,000. I broke it down for labor and parts only, and bottom line, what I'm recommending is getting the equipment from NetSync, which was cheaper than the other one, and I can do the labor myself. If we do that, we can potentially save about 95,000 if we take into consideration the original quote with the revised list that I sent them. And
Okay.
yeah.
And Mr. Cantus,
Yes.
this
we
is
did.
not something that was in our budget.
It was.
It was.
Oh, it
Yes, sir.
was?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we budgeted, I think it was 55,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I remember that number. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Where are you getting those bids from?
Well, from their local companies from the valley.
Okay. Have you worked with?
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, NetSync is the one that built or did all the IT for the new building.
Okay.
Yes,
Do we have any local vendors by any chance?
Not that I know of, sir. No,
Okay,
not here in Rio Grande.
very well.
I have one question for you. Remember we took a picture with a drone last week?
Yes, sir.
We were having problems with that one. Did you fix it, or do we have problems?
I think it was just the phone. My colleague was using his phone. I think it was a problem with his phone. So I used my phone and it worked.
It worked?
Yes, sir.
So,
Okay.
Mr. Lopez, one more question. So this, the switches and and all, it's just the equipment, correct?
Yes,
It's just
sir.
to replace
I
the
can take-
switches?
yes, sir, I can take care of
So it's something that you know how to do, how
Yes,
to
sir.
configure?
I've done it before. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
I just want to add, Mayor Commissioners, Eddie here does a great job for us. I mean, I know he's gonna save us labor here on
Yes.
installing all this equipment. He's done that in the past, and he's been able to save us a lot of money.
Yeah, especially if it's something that's just to replace.
Yes, sir.
You know, so that would be great, and thank you very much, Mr. Lopez.
And the last thing I want to say, sir, is I know we hadn't had a chance to do it publicly, but I wanted to thank you for all the service that you provide to the city and all of your hard work. I know that we've been in communication. One of the things that I'm very proud of is that our ordinances, we couldn't find them. We couldn't track them down. So I talked to Mr. Lopez about that. He was able to address the issue. We were not able to put all the ordinances online, but we've been working with putting the ordinances, and I think that took a lot of work, but he was able to fix it. He was able to get it running. We were supposed to be waiting for a company that had been in the process of doing this for the last 3 or 4 years. I don't know how long. And I'm thinking, well, this is not rocket science. This is publishing documents on our webpage so that people can know what they can and cannot do. Very simple, right? Because to me, I found it alarming that there's nowhere where you can go to see, okay, show me the rules. What is it that we can do within the city? You know, and I think that the rules, at least to me as a lawyer, right, you always go to the book and you see, okay, this is what you can and cannot do. Well, I wanted to see that within the city, and Mr. Lopez was able to start that program, start publishing a lot of those ordinances. And again, I'm very proud of the work that you have done.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm very proud that we're able to start giving more information to the public for transparency as to what they can and cannot do. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good job.
So the second item is a backup server. So basically, this device is doing daily backups. It backs up the Encode server, which is the software that all the departments use for POs and whatnot. That device is also outdated, and as you can see here, I went ahead and requested some quotes, and Dell came in as the lowest bidder.
Okay, sir. Do we have a motion for item 4A?
So moved, Mayor.
Does anybody second the motion?
I'll second the motion.
Motion has been seconded. Does anybody have any further questions or discussion regarding these items? No, sir. All of those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
We get to item number 5, which is the discussion and possible action to develop a committee for the city trash collection program. Do we have a motion before we start the
Move
discussion?
motion, Mayor. Item 5A, as presented on the agenda.
Do we have a second on this item?
I'll second.
The motion has been seconded. It's now open for discussion. And
Yeah, I have a few words, Mayor.
yes, sir.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here today regarding the formation of the committee to explore the transitioning to a city-managed trash collection program. This initiative would bring several key benefits to our community. Cost reduction. By managing operations internally, the city of Rio can significantly reduce expenses compared to contracting with a private company. Efficiency. With direct control over operations, scheduling, and pricing, the city can tailor services to meet specific needs of our residents, ensuring more reliable and effective waste management. Accountability. Residents of Rio would have a direct line to voice concerns and address the issues with the waste within the waste collection. This increased transparency ensures that the system works for everyone. By taking this step, we can improve the services, save money, and ensure the voices of our residents are heard. Thank you.
Thank you. And I just want to make a note that as of today, we have not met the gentleman that handles our garbage disposal. He has not introduced himself to us. He has not come over to see how he can better assist the city and provide a better service for our residents. As of today, we're not saying that his service has been deficient in any way, but it is what's going to be in the best interest for the city and for the community. The city obviously today is contracting a private party to do our trash collection, and this commission and the city wants to move away from that. We want to bring those jobs to city employees. We want to be able to have control of the trash collection and be able to provide a better service to the citizens of Rio Grande City. This is what we are proposing today as a committee. We are inviting successful business individuals from our community that can assist in looking at the numbers, looking to see if it's going to be cost effective, and doing essentially a cost benefit analysis as to what's going to be in the best interest of the community. The community is going to, the committee is going to run the numbers. They're going to inform themselves as to how much it costs to get the equipment, the trucks, how much personnel we would need, how many households we need to service, how many commercial businesses we need to service as well. Those are all the questions that are going to be addressed by this committee. Anybody that wants to participate in this committee is more than welcome to reach out to our city secretary. We do not have, as of this point, all of the members of this committee. I know that one of our citizens has shown interest, and he is present here today.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome, and it's Mr. Trevino. Mr. Trevino wishes to form part of this committee. Obviously, you're going to be welcome to form part of the committee if the commission votes to approve this committee. And those are the kind of questions that we need to find out from this committee. The committee is going to be prepared so that the city commission can be informed and provide a report as to the benefits and the risks of doing the collection program on behalf of the city. So that's what we have in mind. At this time, does anybody have any questions or concerns?
I do have some thoughts about it, and this is something that since we were candidates, we promised to the community one thing, and it was that this commission was going to be here for the needs of the many, not the few. And this proposition, this item on the agenda clearly states that what this commission is here for, and it's to benefit 100% of the citizens of Rio Grande. So I'm extremely proud of this commission for thinking on something like this and doing it in the best way possible. To start with the number one thing, which is a committee, looking for the best deals, looking for the pros, the cons, opening this new department, which is going to bring more jobs to the city, better services, better prices, and to take control, just like Commissioner Barrera and the mayor mentioned it. For me, it's also another stepping stone of making history that will benefit the future generations of our city. This department, it's a moneymaker, and that money should be going back to the residents of Rio Grande. I'm pretty sure that with all the new revenue that this city will be making, if this new trash program takes effect, you will see the benefits that we'll be getting. More departments can be open. I know there's a lot of necessity on other departments that are lacking some finances right now. Well, with this revenue that we'll be getting in, if we work the numbers correctly with our CFO, with the mayor, myself, that I want to volunteer myself for this committee, and like to Mr. Trevino here and other members of this community, this will be a total success, and it's going to be for the residents of Rio Grande. So again, thank you so much for believing in us, and we just want to make sure that you understand that all of these is for you. This commission is here for the many, not the few. Thank you.
I just want to also add that the revenue that this program is going to produce, it's money that can go back to the community in the form of better parks, in the form of better street lighting. And one of the main things that I definitely could not believe when I first got elected was that we do not have a complete system to repair our streets. For major projects, we need to contract third parties because we don't have the equipment to do some simple jobs. To me, that was alarming as well, where I have been getting some phone calls from residents of the communities stating their concerns about the roads. We're thinking, we'll address it. We'll get them fixed. So we start making some phone calls. Well, it turns out that we don't have all the equipment to provide a very basic service in my mind, which is pothole repair. With having this added revenue, we're going to be able to buy more equipment, more machinery, where in the long run, we're going to be able to hopefully have all the equipment to provide a better service for all of the residents. And like I said, we're trying to give back as much as we can. That's the goal. That's the purpose of this program. And I hope that we're able to pass that today. Anything else from anybody? Well said. Thank you. Having no further consideration, the matter is ripe for vote. All of those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Thank you so much for everybody that voted in this matter. At this time, we're going to be moving to item number 6, which is the adjournment of this meeting. Do we have a motion?
I move motion to adjourn.
We have a second.
I second.
All those in favor to adjourn, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We stand adjourned. Thank you so much for everybody that's been here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of today's meeting. Mr. Carino, if I can have a word with you.